Welcome back YouTube, KRoad17 here with a brand new F1 2019 video. For the third time, our BRL league is running at the Chinese Grand Prix this week, so we're going to dive in. Getting P11 in Bahrain, if you haven't checked out that video, I would go back and take a look at it. Pretty interesting things. But we're going to dive right on board again with that papaya orange McLaren. It looks so shiny and bright. Yeah, probably not my favorite rivalry, but nevertheless, we're going to dive into qualifying and see what we can do. You know, we got a bit of a stutter as the Toro comes right up behind us. But going up, I feel like this part of the track, the long sweeping right-hander, was the most difficult part of the track I had all night. This single track or a single turn is just a nightmare, and you guys will see as we get on further in the video. But nevertheless, we're going to dive into our first qualifying lap. I'm going to show you the entirety of this lap, possibly, just because, let's be honest, this was a very uneventful Grand Prix for me. But we're going to see that later in the video. Gearing up to brake hard, you don't want to lock the tires up, as I just get away with not doing that. I go fast, actually sets the quickest time currently of the session. BRL does run short qualifying, so it's only one session of 18 minutes. So you roughly have about 2 to 3 good laps to set in, as we set a 1:35.0, which currently puts us in P7. But I don't think it's good enough to stay there. As you can see, we are just about ready to finish up qualifying. We actually dropped to P12, so I decided to slap on a bit of the soft and go for another run. And we are currently setting green sectors: sector 1 green, sector 2 green. Can we get anywhere up to the top 5? It's a long shot, I doubt it. Still a little bit behind the pace on a lot of these guys in this league. Whiffy winner, awesome lad who actually showed up for this race. I tried to grab a little bit of a toe off a henchman, maybe probably not the best move I could have done. So, you know, thinking back on that, this is probably just best to stay straight. But nevertheless, we're going to dive through and make this last final left hand a hard left hand. Easy to extend the track here. Grab that curb, come across the line, and we go P10 with a 1:33.5. So that will do it for the end of our qualifying. So Whiffy winner grabs pole position, wing right there in second, Formula Ranger third. Our teammate actually gets 8th, so out qualifies us. We finish P10 for the Chinese Grand Prix. Just about ready to go at the Chinese Grand Prix. Somebody holding up the pack a lot, but trying to keep up with these guys. These guys have a lot of pace, and I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn, but waiting for those 5 red lights to go out. 5 are lit, and it is go, go, go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Following Methodist, our teammate looks like he gets a better start than Blue Flag. We get a terrible start. I almost slid the car out of control, so I had to really back off. Exia grabs the grass there on the inside, so we're going to look to follow Henchman possibly. And I start to bog down a lot on the left hand, but we're going to have the inside for this next turn. A little argy-bargy with Like Me Not. Following him through there, and we're going to have right wing is in the wall. So that is a place gain, even though we lost the place, so we're back up to 10th. Easy on the brakes as I lock up a little bit. Henchman goes really wide, so we're going to look. Henchman dives right back behind Exia. His teammate is just in front of me, Like Me or Not. Henchman goes really wide. I wonder if he has wing damage. The only time will tell. Lick Me or Not looks a little bit under control, or out of control that is, so we're going to follow and be very cautious while we follow these guys. We don't want any wing damage. If you guys saw, oh, and there goes my teammate. McLaren is not having a season to applaud for so far. We've had some terrible issues. To be fair, my teammate is a lot quicker than me, and I'm not doing him any justice by sitting back here with these guys. It does look like I have the speed on the straights here. I'm pulling up on Like Me or Not a lot, but I just don't have anything on the corners. Henchman gets really loose and lets Like Me or Not through. So Henchman looking a little out of control here. We're going to follow and stick with these guys as much as we can. Whiffy sets the quickest time Even though it is only the first lap, we do have yellows ahead of us. I'm not sure what for. I wonder if somebody scraped the wall, but we have Mitch right behind us, and he's looking quite punchy, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Make sure if he goes for a move, we give him fair enough room. As I get a little loose out of that corner, like I said, that long right-hander is probably the worst time I've had all week in this car, and it's just something I can't get a hang of. But our teammate, as you guys can see, dove for the pits. Lap 2, setting a green sector. Nothing to write off though, because it's only the second lap. Henchman.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
So I made a mistake, a very bad mistake. I did want to do the one stop, but unfortunately I set my fastest time on the softs, and they wanted me to pit lap 6. And if you guys can see, my tires are already starting to bleed a lot of time, and it's only lap 2. Even though I went green in sector 1, I have a feeling these tires are going to go very quickly, and it's going to leave me out to dry behind these guys that have possibly started on the hards or possibly started on the mediums as I get really squirrely out of there.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
So we pop it into overtake and we throw our fuel up to rich. I did overfuel the car because I felt like the straights were probably my only chance, as we do have Cheese Train right behind us, who's a very quick driver. We have to keep an eye on him. Henchman gets a little out of shape there. Maybe this might be a little bit of time. A lot of fast times coming in now. Time to push and see if we can keep with these guys.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
So here we are, lap 4, and these tires, I can tell you, are gone. Notice the sector times in the top right, all red. I'm trying to fight. I've already fallen back to P13. I have Slingshot not too far behind. McFace is right there. Oh, Henchman gets into Sinkscar. Sinkscar blocks, blocks the track, and I had to slam the brakes. It was almost a repeat, carbon copy of what happened to us in Bahrain. So unfortunately, we get held up a lot there, but thankfully we were able to, not get our wing taken off. Unlike last week, if you guys didn't see that video, go back and check it out. Crazy Bahrain race where we are following Sinkscar. He does have a little bit of worn tires. His tires are definitely going to be overheated from that little spin he's had. So we're going to try to stick with him. Slingshot still looking very punchy behind us. Lap 5, so we are due into the pits at the end of this lap, and I think we jump on board for that. Slingshot is looking quite quick. No, it's actually lap 6, so we're going to dive for the pits here. I'm not going to let Slingshot help, or I'm not going to hold him up, because we are ultimately diving for the pits, and if he is quicker, I'm just going to let him go because I'm going to waste time trying to hold him up. We dive for the pits on lap 6, and we're going to slap on the hard set of tires and try to, finish this one. I feel like the hards are going to die really hard towards the end of this race because we're only on lap 7. On our way out of the pits, let's see what we can do for the rest of this Grand Prix. I have a feeling it's not going to be that great.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
This is where my frustration really started to kick in, being one of the slower drivers. And it's not slow because I'm, personally slow. It's mostly down to I'm still trying to learn the no assist, trying to find the grip that, drivers, say when you run no assist and you get good at it, you actually become a lot quicker, and I'm nowhere near that yet. But I'm still trying to push. I want to push myself this season, but here we are, lap 26. We haven't gone anywhere. Still P14, and definitely the frustration kicks in. But I'm following Capone, catching Capone actually, and I'm starting to have a little bit of a argy-bargy dodge and battle with McFace, and this is just kind of where it goes wrong. I lost track of Capone. I got McFace right behind me. He's going to go for a really late move. No, it was pretty clean, but then I just punched the gas and completely lose the car. Luckily, I didn't put it in the wall, but I mean, other than that, guys, that's race over. The only thing I can do now is basically just finish the race, and that's going to be that. So, I mean, we had a okay race. I did have pace at the moments, but until the end, I complete frustration. But I'm going to keep pushing on. But yeah, that will have to do. As you guys can see, the race has ended. Cheese Train, who actually started P18, dead last, has actually won the Grand Prix, so GG to him. And we have Slingshot ahead of us. Our tires, as you can see, are completely gone, as I knew they would be. Tongs actually retired, and now we have a caution right ahead. So this is going to be interesting, just like Bahrain. We go really wide. Wing is out, so we jump to P15 and finish the Grand Prix in P15. But let's face it, I was super frustrated after this race. I actually contemplated, what am I doing? Am I doing enough? Am I practicing enough? Am I pushing hard enough? But nevertheless, as you guys can see, Alfa Romeo picks up the win, followed by Ferrari in second and a Racing Point in third. So it's going to go good for the Constructors' Championship for these guys. Hope their teammates are proud. Hope their teammates are pushing them. That's all what it's about in league sometimes. Good race to these guys. Couple little questionable things happen in this race, but I'm not going to get into that. That's not why we're here. We're here to enjoy the BRL League racing. It is great. We're going to show you the end results here. As you can see, Cheese Train wins the Chinese Grand Prix 6 car second. I Go Fast in third. Formula Rager in fourth. Mr. Beef Baby fifth. Like me or not, Whiffy Winner only goes down to seventh after starting on pole. Mitch 8th. Blue Flag 9th. 10th is Exia gets 10th. But that will do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this, hit subscribe, hit like. It helps me so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to send you off with the highlights of the BRL Chinese Grand Prix.